rice noodles from Maoming. Gonna toss them. That's what they call lao fen. After our first lunch in Shenzhen as seen in the last video, we head off to OCT Loft, one of the city's many creative industry parks, where there are as many cafes as there are studios and galleries. For some reason, creativity and coffee just go together. In that previous video, I said this young metropolis doesn't have much of its own culture. Let me clarify by specifying that as traditional culture, because Shenzhen's innovational culture is world-class. Dozens of creative parks, incubators, and accelerators that host hundreds of disruptive startups supported by a progressive and efficient government. All the possibilities and opportunities. No wonder why Shenzhen is a magnet for talents from around the globe. Of course, it's particularly attractive for people from elsewhere within Guangdong province. So even though Shenzhen might not have much in the way of its own traditional culinary culture, you can find a bevy of Cantonese delicacies here. This restaurant, Jiputing, is named after an ancient building in western Guangdong's city of Wuchuan, which is under the administration of Zhanjiang. Zhanjiang is located at the southern tip of the mainland across the Chongzhou Strait from the island province of Hainan. Guess what kind of food the city is famous for? The long, dough, kumamoto, I love them all. And then there's Zhanjiang oyster. That's right, seafood. Even the decor elaborates on a maritime theme. Actually, Zhanjiang chicken is famous too, but seafood often comes to mind first because the city has the longest coastline in Guangdong, more than 1,500 kilometers of seashore, or roughly 1/10 of the coastline of the whole country. It was even known as Guangzhou Bay in the past, and is nicknamed Gangcheng, the harbor city. The Chaoshan area at the other corner of the province is renowned for their oysters too. You guys will see them in a later video, but those are thumb-sized. These are palm-sized and super plump. Zhanjiang folks have been plucking and shucking oysters for thousands of years. I'll write more about that in the description section. One way locals prepare the bivalve is grilling, but that seems more appropriate for roadside vendors. What we've got here is 韭菜蘸酱生蚝包, pots of boiled Chinese chives and Zhanjiang oysters. According to traditional Chinese medicine philosophy, both these ingredients can enhance male potency. Put them together, double trouble! Here's something less potent and trouble-inducing. 九肚鱼煎土鸡蛋, pan-fried organic eggs with bumelo. Unlike the notoriously potent Bombay duck found in the UK, the bumelos here are fresh, not dried. They're not nearly as salty as raucous. It's like comparing a gulp of water from the Dead Sea to a breath of ocean breeze from a pristine cove field nose. Fresh bumelos are also incredibly soft and slippery, hence the nickname 豆腐鱼, tofu fish. Let's now look at something else also quite slippery, Maoming lao fen, the Maoming tossed rice noodles. Rice noodles from Maoming. Gonna toss them. That's what they call lao fen. The fen or rice noodles are strips cut from sheets of steamed rice milk. I don't know how this place makes its noodles, but I've seen videos filmed in Maoming in which rice noodles are cut by scraping them this way, minus the egg filling shown here. This clip is rice noodle roll I'll eat the next day here in Shenzhen. I've also seen other videos in which noodles are cut this other way. This clip is actually from Hanzhong in faraway Shanxi province. Shown in this clip is Hanzhong's mian pi. Maoming folks call this kind of noodles by a similar term, fen pi, also roughly meaning rice noodle / powder sheet. Nuances result in varying coarseness, thickness, etc. in different regional varieties, but these rice noodle sheets are basically close-kin. A more discernible difference is the condiment. The standard mixture for Maoming lao fen is built around peanut oil. Also commonplace is Chinese chive oil. With such lubrication, the noodles don't stick together and can be easily tossed, or lao. We'll see this verb again in a future video. In Maoming, fen pi plus congee is the breakfast of choice for many citizens. Funny thing is, in Hanzhong, mian pi plus another type of congee is also the breakfast of choice for many. We have no congee here on the menu and it's not breakfast time, so I paired the lao fen with a meat dish, 沙姜焗大肠, large intestine with galangal. The rings of all foods could have been cooked longer and softer, but we chose the dish for the galangal, a spice native to areas in southern China like Guangdong, Guangxi, Taiwan, and Hainan. It has a peppery and gingery pungency with mild herbal and floral notes. It's not the first time I've had galangal, it's nonetheless not an everyday encounter for me. Also rare is West Guangdong fare. It is a relatively obscure branch of Cantonese cuisine, one that demands serious exploration in the future. In the very near future, as in a few days, we did go to a sort of West Guangdong eatery. That was an amazing meal too, but that's for another video. 再见!